Welcome friends! In today's video, I'm sharing a crochet basket pattern using a jumbo yarn. Let's get started. So I'm using a nice jumbo yarn today. This is the Chanel Home Grand yarn, and the yarn actually recommends that you use a size 25 mm hook, which is this one. So if you use this hook, you're going to get a fabric that's really light, but when you're making a crochet basket, you really want a dense fabric. You want the fabric to be tight. And because of that, I'm going at least 2 sizes down. So the size that I'm actually going to use to make today's crochet basket is 11.5 millimeter P hook. You can use any hook that you have at home that is smaller than this. So this was the size I was able to find. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the size P hook, and you can see the sample that I created. It's nice and thick, and that's what you want in your crochet basket. So we're going to start by making a circle for the base of the crochet basket. I'm going to make a loop, put my hook in it, and I will chain 4, join it to form a loop, or you can use the magic loop technique. I'm just going to join, insert my hook into the first chain, and I have a loop. Now into this loop you want to create 8 single crochets. First you want to chain 1, this adds the height, and then insert your hook into the center of that loop that we just created and make a single crochet and repeat that into the same center, another single crochet. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and our last one, 8. So once you have 8, this is my first round. I'm going to join it to the first single crochet we did with the slip stitch. So I'm going to build my circle in rounds. So this is round number 1. Now for the next round, I'm going to chain 1 again. That is my height. So now let's grow our circle to be bigger. Chain 1 and into the single crochet of the first round. It's kind of tight, you might have to pay attention, but you'll be easily able to identify it. You want to insert your hook and create 2 single crochets. So into each single crochet of a first round, you want to now make 2 single crochets. So we started with 8 single crochets in round 1. At the end of round 2, you should have 16 single crochets. Okay, I finished my second round. I joined it with a slip stitch, and you can see how flat the circle looks. So now for the next round, this is round 3, chain 1, and into the first single crochet of the previous round, you want to go ahead and do 2 single crochets. So go 1 and 2. But for this next single crochet, you want to just do a single crochet. So how it goes is 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet, 2, 1, 2, 1. So you're still increasing, but not at the rapid speed. So from our 16 single crochets now, we're just going to add 8 more to make 24 single crochets. And that will end round number 3. So now you just want to grow your circle till it's as big as you want before you build the height to the basket. All you want to do now is, in the first stitch, you do 2 single crochets, and then you do 2 stitches of 1 single crochet. So 2 single crochets, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. And the row after that will be 2 single crochets, 3 single ones. So you just keep growing it until you reach a circle that is your size of the basket. I'll have the written pattern for this on my blog, smilingcolors.com, so make sure you stop by there to grab it and print it and follow along. So this is how big I want my circle to be. This is going to form the base of our basket. So I have roughly 10 inches wide. So now that we have to build the side of the crochet basket, I found it very helpful to use a stitch marker. I couldn't find my stitch marker, so I'm actually just using a hair tie here to mark the beginning of my circle. So from this point onwards, we're no longer increasing the circle. The circle size stays same. We have 56 stitches. We want to maintain those 56 stitches, and to do that, a stitch marker to mark the beginning of your circle round is very helpful. So now we're ready to build the side of the crochet basket. You will chain 1 And then what we're going to do is insert our hook and create a single crochet, not as our usual style, but only in the front loop. So each single crochet kind of has 2 loops on top. You want to insert your hook through the front loop only for this round. That'll make the basket have that nice edge, and I'll show you here again. So chain 1 and insert your hook not like you would usually do, but just in the front loop only. Then you pull up a loop, single crochet, and repeat that all around. So you insert only in the front loop. This is actually a very important step. So insert in between the 2 loops if you want to think of it, but I call it the front loop. And you want to do this all around, and you'll immediately see how the basket starts to curve and you have this edge formed. So I've worked a couple of stitches here, and you can already see like you have this little curved edge forming. I really love the way this turns out. It's very simple. Just by single crocheting in the front loop, you're able to create something that forms a basket shape. Okay, so I finished my round, and what you want to do at the end of the round is join with a slip stitch as usual and move your stitch marker up. And after this, all you need to do for the next couple of rounds till you actually run out of yarn is that you chain 1 and then you create a single crochet in each single crochet, and we no longer need to do the front loop only. You insert your hook right now into the entire single crochet stitch. Just as you would normally single crochet, continue like that till you have the entire basket crocheted. This is really fun and relaxing part of the basket creation really. All you need to do is keep single crocheting. So the stitch marker helped me a lot to maintain the perfect circle. You want to make sure you have just 56 stitches. You aren't inadvertently increasing the stitches, because if you suddenly start adding one stitch every row, your circle basket will be lopsided. Like it'll start to grow huge in size. You want it to have a straight edge. You don't want the edges to start bending outwards. And then all you need to do is keep single crocheting, and your crochet basket will grow right in front of you. To finish off the crochet basket, what I wanted to do was kind of have the basket curve inwards. To do this, I'm going to do some decreases. So I'm showing you right here across the circle diameter, I want to create 2 decreases. So here's how I do the decrease. You want to insert your hook into the single crochet and pull up a loop, but you don't want to do anything else, no single crocheting. Insert your hook into the next single crochet and pull up a loop. So you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 of the loops. So this way you've decreased the 2 single crochets into 1 single crochet, and that way you're decreasing the circumference of the diameter of the basket. I ended up doing 4 decreases around the circumference of the diameter. I think this just makes the basket look really nice and curved inwards. If you have inadvertently increased the basket diameter, this is also a really easy fix to just decrease a stitch here and there. So I made this basket till I ran out of yarn, so I used 1 entire skein of yarn, and this is how tall the basket is. I like the size of this. It is such a cozy feel to the basket. I love the color and the texture of this basket. I can see myself using this to organize so many things, but of course the first thing that came to mind was how I could use it to organize yarn. I filled my basket with little skeins of rainbow yarn. I love how this project turned out. The single crochets look so beautiful and bulky, and this is just a cute project for you to do at home to organize things and just a nice home decor piece. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, and I can answer them in the comment section, and I'll see you guys soon with another craft. Till then, happy crafting!